Hi everyone, welcome to week 3. I'm talking about chapter 2, delving into the topic of stress. And in the chapter, I thought it was interesting that they reference stress as an epidemic in our society, and I think we would all probably have to agree with that. The battlefield of the mind is a phrase that will stick out from this chapter to me, and isn't it a battlefield and kind of noisy up there? So I use the word noise in terms of stress because I feel like that describes a lot of what our fight or flight experiences that we have during our day. We have so many of them, and it kind of ends up being like noise or chatter, and you just really seek quiet. If you've ever seen the video from Kenny Chesney called Noise, I mean, it's pretty poignant when you see all those images and how fast they're flashing and things like that. So I wanted to share with you just some personal stories from my life and how I've coped with that stress or that battlefield of the mind. And one of the ways that I started out this journey was journaling. So I know it's probably one of the older techniques that you may have heard of, but it really does help just to get your thoughts out on paper. And even if, some people I know just don't even keep them, they just write it down and destroy the paper, but getting it out on it, your emotions out, your feelings out on paper, somehow it sends like, clears your mind a little bit. For me, I had to take a break from the noise. So we don't really watch TV. We may watch movies or, documentaries or some things on Netflix, but we don't watch TV. Stimulation like that is not conducive to, I guess, my personality, and I know that now, and it seems to be working good. You just turn off the noise and you can handle it and take in media and forms that you best suit you. The other thing was music. I know when I have to focus in and things like that, I tend to listen to music without words. And if you've never tried it, there's a lot of great Pandora stations. Relaxation is one of them, but it just really calms and soothes your soul. For me, nature has actually become a huge deal. I think, in further chapters, we'll start to talk about the importance of nature and being outside in sunlight and the rhythms of life and how that, some of us don't even get outside, but just to travel to our cars, and that's really not enough. The other thing for me has been exercise, and that is really, really integral. If I don't have that, I can sense that my stress level, whatever you want to call it, anxiety level, just agitation level really goes up. Lastly, for me, nutrition has been big when it plays into stress. And, I don't know what comes first, chicken or the egg or everything all together, but I can tell you that, if I have, numerous cups of coffee in the morning or I'm eating sugar, I can tell you that my mood, my stress levels, my perceived stress levels, irritability and things like that go up. So tea tends to work better for me, and then staying away from those carbs and sugar really has been beneficial. So I hope you find ways that you can not only cope with stress, but actually thrive in the midst of stress, because it's really a staple in our society, but doesn't mean that we, I guess, can't thrive in the midst of it. So enjoy your session. I'll see you next week.